2-0 win tonight over USF. Overall thoughts, what did you think of the way your team played?
Yeah, I thought we weren't our best, but we did enough to win when we didn't play our best, which we think is a sign of hopefully of a good team, that you can be a little bit off your level and still find a way to get a result. So we started fast, and then kind of came off the boil in the first half and let them back into the game. And tactically, we weren't great. Let them play in the spaces we shouldn't have. Chased the ball a little bit. Second half, scored early, and then there wasn't a whole lot in the second half at that point. Just kind of see it out and finish the game.
USF came into tonight having only scored 7 goals, but taken a ton of shots. What concerned you the most about this matchup?
I like the striker. I like how they play into his feet and run off of him. A little attacking midfielder who, Privatera, I think, went down with an injury at the end, is very talented. It's a good team with some individuals that can really hurt you. We were worried about the pace of the 7 at left wing back, but I thought we handled that one pretty well. Overall, Bob does a good job with these teams, and they play good soccer, and it's always a fun game because it's 2 teams trying to play each other at the park. So, it's a good one.
You've given up 1 goal in the last 3 games. In your eyes, how well are Cole and your defense playing?
Yeah, they've been good. I didn't know it was 1. Yeah, it's 1. It's not really a thought. They do the job. Cole, Brandon, Tom, and Mads are always pretty solid. Grady played more tonight, which is good. He needs to get more minutes. Can keep bringing him along. I thought Lane was very good tonight at left wing back, and I thought Tobin actually had his best game for sure of the year. He was excellent with the 7 because of his pace. So, I thought they were really solid. We gave up too many spaces in the midfield, but they threatened on a couple from distance, and then a couple free kicks and stuff like long throws. But I thought we handled it pretty well.
Ever since he arrived, you've talked about Jose Ortiz and what kind of an offensive player he can be, and now he's given you 3 goals in the last 3 games. Where are you seeing the most development or improvement from him?
He's a striker. He's just he's found a decent form, and he's a little more confident. And he's going to get some shots, and he smashed that one low and hard, and he found the way to the back of the net. I didn't really see if he caught a deflection or what, but that's Jose. Like, he's going to be able to stretch the game. If he's isolated 1v1, he's going to get a shot off. He's going to put it on frame. That's the production that we anticipate Jose having.
So that's sort of a luxury for you to know that you can rest Papa Endoy a little more and not just have a warm body to put in there, but somebody who's now showing that he's capable of producing.
Yeah, Jose and Papa are both very good 9s, and I'm not resting Papa. Like, Jose deserves to play. It's the hard part for me is getting both of those guys who are good enough to play a lot of minutes enough minutes. And that's a constant battle to make sure they. You satisfy their desire to get more minutes, but you get everybody or both of those guys a chance, because we need both going down the stretch here.
When you talk about getting minutes, once you were up 2, you were able to finish out the game, but how important was it for you to be able to finish out the game with a lot of freshmen playing key minutes? Bailey Sparks, JP Jordan, you mentioned Grady Easton came in when Mads got hurt.
Right. Those guys, they're all experienced at this point. They all have 7 games and a couple of preseason games, and they all come from good environments. They're not new to this. Grady's the one who hasn't played as much, but he deserves to play, and we got to keep trying to get him minutes. It's been getting those guys chances. You don't really think about it as a coach, like, I'm throwing on a freshman. They're just part of the team, and they're good enough to play, so you give them a chance.
Obviously, you have a big game coming up with Tulsa. How concerned were you, or how much did you and your team talk about not looking ahead to Tulsa?
It was a point of conversation this week. When you block out, there's 2 different times during the season in our league that you play Friday, Wednesday, Sunday, and those are big 9-day stretches. So Friday night here against South Florida, and we're away to Tulsa midweek, and then back home to Temple on Sunday. Those are really important weeks, and we'll do it again in about 3 weeks with a different format. But Yeah, I mean, we definitely laid out the calendar and said, here's what we're going to go through in the next, 13, 14 days. Here's how we block out, the schedule. Okay, which game's most important? And obviously the most important game's the first game, and now we'll turn our attention to Tulsa and, be excited for a good match there.
Obviously, always nice to get a win, but what do you want to improve or tighten up a little bit before you play Tulsa in order to get a result up there?
Yeah, I mean, Tulsa's a tough game. It's a different game because their system is different, and it's 4-4-2 diamond, and they press, and it's hard to build through, and it's two strikers, and they're effective off each other. I haven't spent a ton of time studying them yet. I've just seen them against other opponents, so we'll turn our attention to them tomorrow morning, and yeah, we got to keep the ball better. We got to make teams play in areas we want them to play in more. We have to be a little more cognizant of spaces in front of our center backs. But yeah, they're in decent form, and I like the way the team's heading. It's we're not a finished product by any means, but we have the pieces, and hopefully can find the form to get on a good roll here.